you're selling to 15 to 25-year-olds anything, and you don't have an uncomfortable strategy, uncomfortable is a slang term for all in, creating every day at scale on TikTok, you're missing one of the great kind of moments. Let me tell you why for everybody TikTok matters. Whether TikTok hits your demo, whether TikTok disappears like Vine, it's completely irrelevant. The skill set of communicating in that format will map somewhere else. And yet TikTok and LinkedIn with no audience will reward you and have more people see it because there's so many people paying attention to it, yet there's not enough content being put in, and so you get organic reach at scale.
Hey, it's Evan Carmichael, and in today's video, we're gonna look at Gary Vaynerchuk's best advice on how and why you must use TikTok. Enjoy. Okay, let's kick it off with rule number one. Get your skill set on TikTok.
My big hope, just to make it competitive, is that TikTok adds pictures. I think that's the big thing sitting available. Will TikTok do the reverse of what Instagram did to Snapchat? Because Instagram's already testing a TikTok competitor in Brazil. Right now. Right this second. I want TikTok to do the reverse move. I think if TikTok adds pictures, I think you've got a real fight. That'll be fun to watch. I like mega fights. Let me tell you why for everybody TikTok matters. Whether TikTok hits your demo, whether TikTok disappears like Vine, it's completely irrelevant. The skill set of communicating in that format will map somewhere else. If Instagram's, this is why everybody who pissed on Snapchat and didn't do it, and then stories came for Instagram, and they all hit me up and said, see Gary, glad I didn't listen to you and waste my time the last 2 years on Snapchat. I'm like, really? Because guess what? You still have no skill set on how to do Instagram stories, and now it really matters. And you would have learned the ability how to create in a stories environment on Snap that you would have transferred. Everybody has to learn why TikTok is resonating, because every one of those people, 12 to 20, are gonna be your customer in 11 years, and the format in which they would like to be sold your product is going to have way more nuances in the way that they were built by loving TikTok. MTV, every single business man and woman in their 40s dresses the way they do now because of hip hop culture. If you didn't believe in hip hop in 1985, 6, 7, 8, 9, you left a lot of understanding of consumer behavior. The MTV hip hop nuances are now the establishment. The way that TikTok creates and communicates in a decade or two will be an establishment of communication. Right? Yeah. It's an interesting point, right? Yeah. It's something that I don't see anyone talk. Thank you. That's a great way to put it. Like that. That's the point. That's why I became me. I can give you the hacks. I'm telling you right now. I can give you the hacks. I can give you the decks. I can give you the details. You can just copy everything I'm doing. The problem is, what are you going to put in there? I can tell you where to post and how. I can tell you, like I'll tell you right now, that TikTok and LinkedIn are so underpriced with their organic reach that you should be posting on there because you will learn how to communicate in a modern world, TikTok.
Rule number two, massively increase your content output.
What would be the next step to grow my brand?
To quadruple down on TikTok. TikTok is in a place similar to all the platforms before it, where this might be a little bit boring of an analogy, but I'll give it to you anyway. This is like real estate. And in the 1800s, people bought up the land that we're sitting on for nothing. The attention is so underpriced on TikTok. As you know, there is no version of you getting 4 million followers on Instagram in a month starting tomorrow. TikTok is so unique right now. The right answer is at this second. And you may ping me in 6 months and be like, now, and I'll be like, it'll be totally different. But right this second, my actual answer is to massively triple down on TikTok.
Also, if you want to have more confidence, motivation, and self-love, check out my 254 series. They're free. The links to join are in the description below.
In a success world, please understand that success is happiness, not net dollars in. The reason people aren't patient is they value other people's opinions too much. My ability to only be comfortable in massive chaos has been my biggest asset as an entrepreneur. Like, I would never take a note. Like, that scares the out of me what these three people are doing right now.
Rule number 3, don't miss opportunities.
Yet, every single person here can leave this conference and make a video or a picture or write words on 2 platforms right now, LinkedIn and TikTok, have no awareness. Nobody knows who you are. You haven't started yet. Or if you have, you're bad at it. And yet, TikTok and LinkedIn, with no audience, will reward you and have more people see it because there's so many people paying attention to it, yet there's not enough content being put in, and so you get organic reach at scale. When I see that, it reminds me of everything I've ever done since I've been a professional. When I started building my family's wine business for them, it was email, it was Google AdWords, later it was Google Search Organic for me. And then when my career really took a different change, it was YouTube and Twitter. It was then Facebook, Snap, Instagram. My friends, this has now been going on for a long time. And social media, it's been going on for over a decade. The concept is very simple. There's attention, and then there's what you say. For everybody in this conference, the key is to figure out how they communicate. Are you good at video? Are you good at audio? Are you good at the written word? I promise you, for the far majority of you, the biggest breakthrough you could possibly have at this conference is to figure out what kind of communicator are you.
Rule number 4, execute on what's actually happening.
Now, what I know right this second, as we sit here and everybody watching around the world, that LinkedIn and TikTok are the 2 platforms that give you organic reach. If you do not pay media, if you're a nobody, and you post on either one of those 2 platforms, something great can happen that cannot happen outside of a miracle 0.00001% chance on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Those things always fascinate me because I love underpriced real estate. You know, if I came to somebody 25 years ago and said, there's an island called Turks and Caicos, and I genuinely believe more people will go to it over the next 25 years, and we bought up property, everybody would be happy. So I spend all my time on 2 core things. 1, underpriced organic reach, which often is more at a small entrepreneurial SMB level. At the corporate level, they're important because I want companies to get the reps of understanding the nuances that are making this platform pop. And understanding LinkedIn today is very different than all of us understanding it 4 years ago. It's a completely different beast. LinkedIn today acts much more like Facebook did 6 years ago than it does with the LinkedIn that we all grew up using, which was a tool, not a content platform. The things I'm learning on TikTok now will matter because those are getting instilled into 12 and 19-year-olds right now, and those will become nuances that quite matter in communication in 3, 5, 7, 9 years. Obviously, Chase is less likely to be obsessed with understanding TikTok in comparison to Vans or in comparison to Mattel, right? So you think about all those things, but I don't know what's next. What I do know is that I'm incredibly good at understanding, as a human, subjectively, intuitively, of what seems to be current, and then I put a ton of discipline and work ethic and dollars and effort into proving those hypotheses to be true or false. I'm not right about TikTok. Humans are doing it. There's hundreds of millions of people using it. This is not prediction time. This happened. I love people like, what's next? You're Nostradamus, you predict. I'm like, I'm a post-game newscaster. I'm not Nostradamus, I'm like Howard Cosell. This happened. Podcasting happened.
He was a newscaster.
Yeah. LinkedIn happened. Like, I've never predicted a thing in my life. I'm just not scared to execute on what's actually happening because I'm not in the business of making reports or politics my North Star.
And rule number 5, the last one before a very special bonus clip, is have an uncomfortable strategy.
to go heavy into TikTok that is targeting that demo, because I still don't fully know where the demos, but let's just say skews younger for now, is no different than Procter & Gamble being the biggest spender on television in the 50s and 60s, because that was the arbitrage. Or Wish, the shopping app, you probably knew this. Yep. I mean, this is what Facebook executives joke about all the time. There's all these companies and LLCs that nobody's ever heard of spending uncomfortable amounts of money, and Coke and BMW are spending a third of that, and everyone's confused what's going on. To me, if you're selling to 15 to 25-year-olds anything, and you don't have an uncomfortable strategy, uncomfortable is a slang term for all in, creating every day at scale on TikTok, you're missing one of the great kind of moments, and it can go away. You know, and it still goes with you. One of the things that I'm always fascinated by is people like, well, Gary, what if it goes away in 3 years? I'm like, you take the brand equity with you. There was a lot of people who built a lot of brand equity on Vine, and when they started creating on Snap or Instagram, the audience, a percentage of it went. I don't know why everybody's so literal. You're so happy to market on Super Bowl or on television or on outdoor, that goes away too. But there's something ideological in the system that has this sad feeling that it might turn into MySpace. You know, my preference is that they all die, because that means the attention's moving and it will always benefit the quickest and the people that are most willing to play that game, which is my most comfortable game. I love having debates with people about the past. The past is always people's vulnerability to the current and definitely to the future.
Now I've got a special bonus clip from Gary on how to use the old strategies on the new platform that I think you're gonna enjoy. But before that, it's time for the 3-point landing question. It's time to move from just watching a video to taking action. Here we go. Question number 1. How will you carve out time this week to work on your TikTok? Number 2. What are 3 different kinds of content ideas you can create for TikTok? And number 3. Who can hold you accountable to make sure that you follow through?
I believe the current underpriced attention in the world is LinkedIn and TikTok. When I wrote Crushing It, my last book, the yellow one right there, I just wrote that 18 months ago, not a mention of TikTok and LinkedIn. Not a mention. Because I saw a lot of hands go up and that made me feel really good. One more time, how many people consume my content? Thank you. So you guys know that I say the same thing over and over. I'm showing you videos from 8 years ago when I had a bad haircut and was a little chubbier, saying the same. That will never change. Hard work, kindness, caring about your employees, always thinking about the customer, that's all gonna stay the same forever until I die. What won't be the same is how important Snapchat is versus Facebook versus YouTube versus Instagram. It always will evolve. This is why I want you guys to listen very carefully to me. One of the most fascinating things that have happened in the world in the last 10 years is that real celebrities 10 years ago made fun of YouTube celebrities, Instagram celebrities, podcast celebrities. Real models 7 years ago made fun of Instagram models until they didn't. I'm gonna say something that's very important to me and everybody in this room. Creating content on social networks for everybody in this room, regardless if you're part of the ministry, whether you're in business and to business, B2B, whether you're B2C, whether you're part of the government, whether you're an individual, for every person in this room, from every angle, from every person, creating content on social networks at scale is the single great opportunity in our society, and everybody in this room, everybody, including me, will regret in 15 years not making more. Because you do understand other technologies are coming. Evan, thank you so much for having a couple seconds and being able to tell the Believe Nation a little bit about Empathy Wines. It means a lot to me that you would take this valuable real estate and time on your channel to give me some love. It means a lot. It's just good karma points, and so you're awesome. Thank you. Believe Nation, if you're into wine at all, go to empathywines.com. My whole career's work was poured into producing a wine that rivaled $40 to $60 wine for 20 bucks a bottle. I'm just super excited about this subscription-based wine business. You can order 3, 6, or 12 bottles in subscription form, rosé, white, red. If you search on Instagram or Twitter, you will be blown away. People are literally like, I don't even like Gary Vee, but the wine's good. Super proud of the effort. Thanks, Evan, for the time. Wishing you guys all happy and healthy.
If you want some more of Gary Vee's thoughts and advice on TikTok, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.